Hi everybody and welcome back to Harry's Music Room. This is going to be part 2 of my autographed record albums. And we're going to start out in the D's. And this is Jimmy Durante with the signature on the back by Jimmy. A lot of these records, I have no idea where they came from or how they were signed, in person, whatever. But I pick them up at local record shows. I used to get them in my record store when I had my store. Some I traded with other collectors, and some I got through the mail. So we'll get started, and with Jimmy, I have no idea where that was signed or how. Then next we have Steve Earle. This I got signed in person. I'm a big Steve Earle fan. I have 4, 5, 6 autographs, I think, by him. I got a lot of stuff signed, but I love all of his music and his son's music as well, Justin Townes Earl. And I do have a signature of his, a couple of them, that I'll be showing later because they're on CDs or in my autograph book. This is one that I picked up at the Seattle Record Show. I had no idea if it's authentic, but the price was right, and I thought, why not? That was Sheena Easton, by the way. And then we have one I got through the mail, Jose Feliciano, signed on his guitar. And the next one we have is one I bought at Half Price Books. I think it was like $9. And Brian Ferry. And then on the back there's a little article that whoever had got it signed cut this article out and put it with the record. But I thought that was a pretty nice find. I've gotten a few signed albums from Half Price Books over the years. This is one I traded for with a fellow collector. I'm a big Firesign Theater fan, and this is signed by looks like, I think, all of 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Not my favorite Firesign album, but my favorite would be How Can You Be in Two Places at Once When You're Not Anywhere at All. And these were signed in person in Seattle. And this is Roger Earl. And another one signed as well. These were signed by one of my customers. Like I said in my last video, if a band was coming to town, I had a couple of different people would come in, and I would give them free records to go get signed with the understanding that if I gave them 4, they'd bring me back 2. And they did that for a long time. So we have 2 Foreigner records signed by Mick Jones. This one, I have no idea where I got it. Might even have been a Goodwill thing or something, I don't know. But the 4 Freshmen. And then this one I bought directly from the website. It was a pre-order deal from Peter Frampton. Peter Frampton Forgets the Words. And you can see right here is where he signed. And next we have 2 records by John Gary, of all people. Again, I don't know the story behind them. It looks like they were signed to somebody named Mary. Mary Warmest Wishes, Best Wishes, John Gary. And the same on this one here. Never played it, probably never will. These next 2 I did a trade for also. 2 Go-Go's, both signed by the full band. These are kind of cool. I like these a lot. Can't remember what I gave for them. I never remember all the details because some of this stuff is 15 or 20 years ago. This is one of my more recent pickups. Max Gomez. This is a 10-inch EP. Max is a great singer-songwriter from Taos, New Mexico. I highly suggest, if you like any kind of Americana or roots music, you check out Max Gomez. And this one, I think I got this one at a Seattle record show. I know nothing about this band at all. And it's signed underneath the shrink wrap. So, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know if they sewed them that way or what. They may not even be real signatures. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I've tried to look under a light, but maybe they're all that way. I don't know. And then we have, God, I love this band. I love this band so much, but I've never seen them. This is another case where the guys came in the store and I gave them some records and they went and got them signed. Grand Funk Railroad's Don Brewer and Mark Farner. And then fantastic album right there, signed by Don Brewer. And looks like he's the only one that signed that one. And then the same with this album. Right in through. Oh no, this one is signed by Mark Farner also. And then we have Rob Grill from Grassroots. Saw him in person at the Tacoma Dome, along with Spirit and forget who it was. The triple bill. It might have been Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I can't remember. And then this is signed by Chuck Prophet, member of Green on Red. Chuck does his own thing now. Another fantastic singer-songwriter. I mean, I don't know why this guy isn't huge, but you got to check. This is a 10-inch single or EP. Check out Chuck Prophet from the Bay Area. Plays all the time. Plays every year at Hardly Strictly Bluegrass. Larry Croce. No idea where I got this one. Merle Haggard. Got this one in person in Seattle. Show in Seattle. Looks like it's a white paint pen that he used. I was lucky enough to see Merle a couple of times. And then this next one is not only one of my favorite artists, but he's a good friend of mine. And he's just an amazing artist live. He puts on a show. It's punk rock, it's comedy, it's topical, it's just great stuff. And that's a guy by the name of Hamill on Trial. Geez, I don't know how to describe him. He's a big fan of Bill Hicks. So if you can think of Bill Hicks doing punk solo loud rock and roll, that's a good way to describe him. But I have a ton of stuff signed by Ed Hamill, and this one is kind of cool. This is a test pressing that I bought, and then when he was up here in the Northwest last time, he usually stays with us, and I asked him if he would just sign this cover because it was just a blank red cover, and he went and he said, well, give it to me and I'll give it back to you in the morning. So he gave it back to me in the morning, and he had done all this artwork on this side, and then he had done all this on the other side, and then he also did the inner sleeve, which was pretty cool. I like it. He says, it's Hamill on Trial, not Hamill on Trail. Are you a fucking fool? Because the test pressing, they have it listed as Hamill on Trail. So that was funny. And then he also did the other side for me too. Hamill's a great guy. Check him out. He's got YouTube videos all over the place. And by all means, if you get the chance to see him live, you will not be disappointed. Trust me. There's some artists that you have to see them. Yeah, you really have to see them to get them. And then it's like, okay, I got it. Okay, this is Bobby Helms. Bobby Helms, oh, let's see, what was, I can't remember his hit songs at the moment. They'll come to me, you watch, we'll see. And if not, Google them. This is one I got through the mail. It's kind of hard to read because he signed it in like a gold paint pen. But this is signed by Charlton Heston, right across here. So that's one of my more beloved autographs. Great actor, great actor. And then we have 2 records by John Hyatt. These were both available through Barnes & Noble. This is a fantastic album. Just a great, great album. Jerry Douglas Band with John Hyatt. So that one is signed. And then this was another Barnes & Noble exclusive. Another good album. Big John Hyatt fan. And then we have some albums that came from, it was part of a collection from Mike West, radio host in Seattle, and a lawyer that I used to deal with in autographs and stuff, did some work for them. And he got a lot of signed records from them. So this is all signed here, and then this one is signed also to Mike West, and then this one, and then this. So we have a total of 4 Hooters albums all signed. Hooters were a pretty good band. I don't know whatever happened to them, but I don't know. These 2, I think I got these from that same lawyer fellow, but these were part of his collection. And I really like Ian Hunter, so big Mata Hoople fan. And they're both signed. And then we have one that I think I bought this at the Seattle Record Show, Ferlin Husky. This was a record I sent through the mail and got it back. And this is Billy Idol. There you can see right there. And then this came along with it. I got a couple of records signed and traded the other ones to some of my partners there that I used to trade with. That's what we would do if we got, if we could send away in the mail to get something signed, then we'd get a couple if we could, and then we would swap back and forth. So that's it for part 2, and probably another week or so I'll be putting up part 3. Thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. It gives me the incentive to keep making these videos. So until next time, ciao.